Hey, this is Nick the researcher from CoinBox Finance, and welcome back to another video where today we're going to be talking about some news that's coming up this week in the cryptocurrency industry. We're going to talk about the global situation and Solana as the project of the day. So we're going to cover some technical perspective on actually, looking at Solana's chart, and we're going to talk about the actual project. So stick around if you want to see that, and drop a little subscribe on our YouTube channel. So first and foremost, some news that's coming up this week in the cryptocurrency industry. We do have the Blockchain Live conference coming in about a week or so. So it's going to be a few day event where we have a lot of first of all, we have a lot of Harmony news. So Harmony is also a blockchain network, and we got more Harmony right here: cross-chain NFT news, decentralized nodes, etc. Then other large news is obviously Binance Coin from the Blockchain Live 1inch. We can see if they're actually going to do something with their project, and a lot of other different projects which are obviously going to be on this Blockchain Live conference. So if we actually go into this news, we can see that from the October 27th to 28th in Moscow, there will be one of the biggest blockchain, crypto, and mining events in the world, where a lot of projects will showcase their new innovations and whatnot. Moving on, we can see the live top 10 on the market. We can see Shiba Inu somehow still holding the 13th place. How? Don't even ask me. I have no idea. Dogecoin on the 9th spot. I believe they're both going to be way down in the future, but that doesn't really matter. Bitcoin on top with a dominance of 45.5%. So we're still seeing growth for Bitcoin compared to Ethereum, but I do believe Ethereum is going to outperform Bitcoin in the near future. So global market cap 2.6 trillion, and quite a lot of money, $100 billion moving through crypto in the past month. Now moving on to Solana, we can see a price of around $200 right above. A nice change in the past 24 hours, which we're going to see on the technicals. We did actually break from a bullish correction pattern, and a total market cap of 63 billion at this point, fighting with Cardano for the well, it actually dropped a little bit. So Cardano, Tether, and Solana are very close, near the $70 billion mark. So I do believe we're going to see some competition there. Now, if you actually do want to follow a little bit more about the project, they already have over 700k followers, 500 projects actually built on the Solana network. They did have this hackathon ignition that was lasting for probably a month, and $5 million in prizes were actually given out to people who built nice projects on Solana's network. Now, obviously give us a follow if you want to find the best news in the blockchain industry. Little Twitter follow, there we go. And moving on to the actual page of Solana. So what actually it is, it's a blockchain network that is scalable and apparently the fastest one in the world. So here you can see a few of the statistics. We have over 2.4k transactions per second, a total of 35 billion and counting transactions, an average cost of very, very little, and a lot of validator nodes to make sure that this is a scalable system. So it's the fastest blockchain in the world and the fastest growing ecosystem in crypto, with over 400 projects spanning decentralized finance, NFTs, Web3, and more. So here you can see a few of the actual projects that are going on Solana. There's too many of them to actually count, and it is deservedly up in the in the top 10 at this moment, because as we can see from December of 2020, we actually grown by over 200 times, seeing as the price was only $1 at that point. Now if we move a little bit more down, we can see that the point is global adoption. Obviously you can integrate once and you never have to worry about scaling on this network. Solana ensures composability between ecosystem projects by maintaining a single global state as the network scales. So you don't have to have all of these states in the blockchain actually updated from every single node. The whole point is that maintaining a single central state and updating everything else around it makes for a much more scalable global system. So Solana will be low cost forever. So the maximum transaction cost will be $0.01, which is perfect. And it's all about speed with 400 millisecond block times. And obviously, as hardware and technology progresses, so will the network. Finally, we have a decentralized and unstoppable network. So it is also censorship resistant, meaning that at one point, if Solana Even if Solana sort of fails, your project will still be living because there is literally no way to stop all of the projects built upon its network, right? So it's pretty cool. You can join the community right here, become a validator if you want to get started with the server program or delegation or even staking to earn money. And I do recommend you take a look at their docs if you want to learn a little bit more. But finally, looking at the logarithmic chart of Solana from December 2020 until now, we can see two very similar scenarios. So right here, when the largest retracement of this year happened around May, we saw a nice bullish correction pattern and then shot up all the way from the $27 mark to the $175 mark, created somewhat of a bullish correction pattern once again, which we've broken out of. And my minimum price objective for this coin would be somewhere at the $300 mark before we do see another smaller retracement. You can see the full extent of this growth if you actually move from the log chart to the normal chart. All these lines don't make sense now, but if I just remove this, you can see that I was expecting somewhat of a further retracement into fib levels before we shoot up, but we're simply just going upwards. And looking at the minimum price objective of this bullish flag, we can see that the price objective for me personally is somewhere within the $300 mark. So that would be it for today's video. I really recommend you go into the calendar on CBFI on the live market tracker, and you can see the most important currencies from today, from this week, and all the news events that are actually happening. So that would be it for today's video. I really recommend you take a look at Solana. Maybe not buy right now, but if you're going for the long term, it might even be a good idea to buy at this point and try to dollar cost average your position. So thanks for watching, everyone. And a quick disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor, and you should do your own due diligence before investing into cryptocurrency or blockchain projects.